Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. As we wrap up hour number one, we go right out to the phone line. I have to be honest with you. We're going to talk with Jonathan Horn. He is from P.E.T.A, and they have a new campaign that is setting out to alert people to the surprising intelligence and social nature of aquatic life. And he's going to tell us some fish-friendly food choices that we can opt for. Jonathan, good morning to you. Jonathan, are you there? Do we have Jonathan from P.E.T.A? Well, we're trying to get Jonathan on the phone. Jonathan, are you there? Sometimes we have technical difficulties, folks. This looks like one of those times. And they're gone. So, Jonathan, are you there? Nope, nobody's there. So, P.E.T.A hung up on me. We had Jonathan. Now we don't have Jonathan. Hopefully they'll call back. It's live radio, folks. But he was going to tell us about the social nature of aquatic life, and I know about the social nature of dolphins. And here, let's try it in. Jonathan Horn, are you with us?
Yes, one moment.
Thank you. They're efforting to get Jonathan. We lost connection there, but I'm sure he'll be here momentarily. And like I said, we're going to talk about a new campaign that's setting out to alert people to the surprising intelligence and social nature of aquatic life and options for fish-friendly food choices. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning.
I have to beg it. I have to be honest and tell you that I have a little ignorance here. I know the social nature of dolphins and whales, but the mammals, but I didn't know that fish in general or aquatic life in general have a very social nature and intelligence. Please enlighten me so I can add to my knowledge of the intelligence and social nature of aquatic life.
So fish possess communication abilities, remarkable intelligence. They're part of complex social structures. Fish enjoy companionship. They develop relationships with one another and even show affection to each other by gently rubbing against other fish. They're known to create art, use tools, and some species of fish even sing together in morning choruses, much like songbirds do at dawn and dusk. And fish feel pain. They suffer, just like cats, dogs, or any other animal. And every animal deserves protection from abuse, regardless of whether they have fur or fins, or whether they're a cat or catfish. So we encourage everyone to go to P.E.T.A.org to learn about the amazing, fishless, delicious, healthy, vegan alternatives that are out there to help save the lives of fish.
When you talk about the pain of fish, I'm not a fisherman. I think it's incredibly boring to do. I think it's a complete waste of time. And when you pull the fish out, the fact that you've put a hook through its lip and it's almost ripped its mouth apart, I have no use for that. And those are the kind of things you're talking about we need to stop doing because fish feel that as well. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Fish have a brain. They have a central nervous system. They have nerves in their mouth. Fish feel pain. They suffer. They want to live just like any other animal. Not only does that hook go through their mouth and pull them by their mouth, by that hook, all of their weight, but when they break the surface and they come out of that water, they undergo painful decompression, which can force their eyes to pop from their heads, their stomachs to push through their mouth, and they start immediately suffocating. That's like imagine in reverse, taking a dog or cat and pulling them under the water where they can't breathe. That's the same thing that's happening to fish, just in the opposite direction because they can't breathe in the air. So it's extremely cruel. It's totally unnecessary. There's so many other activities we can do besides fishing. P.E.T.A recently launched a trash fishing campaign where instead of going and fishing for sentient, sensitive fish, you go and fish for trash, and help clean up our waterways and our oceans and our rivers. So that's one option that you could be doing instead of harming animals.
What are some of the fish-friendly food choices you could have that would be alternatives to fish?
My personal favorite are the Gardein fishless fillets. They're absolutely fantastic. You can make a wonderful filet of fish sandwich with them. You can serve them almost like fish sticks with a vegan tartar sauce. I've even recently learned they have vegan caviar, which is made from seaweed instead of fish eggs. They have vegan shrimp that's soy-based, and it's disturbing how much it tastes like shrimp from the ocean. So there's so many different options available. They're available in grocery stores across the country, and you can go to PETA.org to see a whole list of vegan products that are out there for replacements for seafood, as well as for many other animal-derived products.
Well,
and we also have a whole list of vegan recipes for vegan seafood as well.
I will tell you this: the Impossible Burger is really, really good. I'll tell you that. I'll be the first to admit that.
I'm partial to the Beyond Burger. I love the Beyond Burger, so that's my go-to. But yeah, those plant-based burgers are just amazing.
So, why do you think that we? Because with fishing being such a big industry, with it being a sport, with it being something that's relatable to a lot of people, why is it that what is it that's caused PETA to want to bring awareness to this?
PETA's been fighting for fish for decades, but now we want to challenge people's preconceived notions of who fish are by pointing out their remarkable capabilities. Fish are really no different than cats or dogs or any other animal that we relate to a little bit better in their capacity to feel pain and suffer. So we can help end that suffering by not eating them and by not fishing for them. In addition to that, it's also not sustainable. There's no sustainable way to fish, whether it's one fish at a time or fish that are caught in trawling nets by the thousands, where they're catching millions of what's called bycatch, which are non-target animals that include whales and dolphins and sea turtles and birds. We're fishing the oceans out of existence at a rate faster than they can reproduce. So the time is now to act, because experts think by 2050 we could have fishless oceans if things don't change.
Jonathan Horn, he is with PETA. He's talking about a campaign that's setting out to alert people to the surprising intelligence and social nature of aquatic life and options for fish-friendly food choices. Jonathan, give them a website again where they can go find those options and more about this new campaign PETA's set out to do.
PETA.org.
PETA.org. Jonathan, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
That is Jonathan Horn from PETA. Really a situation where I'm not in total agreement, but I understand where they're coming from their stance. But sea bass is good. Grouper is good. So until they come up with alternatives that taste exactly like those, I may lean a little towards still eating fish. But, there are people out there that want to be vegan and want to have good choices that are fish friendly and beef friendly and pork friendly. And PETA, you go to PETA.org and you can find out all the information for friendly food options, animal friendly food options at PETA.org. Coming up next, hour number 2, Vet News. The good folks from the VA hospital are in the green room. They'll be here next, right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
It's time for Farm and Range headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. bipartisan
USA
group is
Radio
working
News
with the
with Lance
infrastructure
Pry.
At
bill
Wednesday's
in
summit
Washington,
between Russia
a
and the
group of
United States,
agriculture
Russian
leaders
President Vladimir
really
Putin brought to
emphasizing
light
the
the
need to
political
help agriculture
persecution of
in the
protesters
infrastructure
who took to
budget.
Capitol Hill on
They said
January
agriculture has
6th. Putin
benefited
told
greatly
reporters
from
in Geneva
America's
political freedoms in
infrastructure
Russia,
system.
in
Ag
comparison to
products
the
are
United
the
States,
single
appear to be
largest
equally
user of freight
restricted.
services
Putin also
in the
pointed out
US,
hundreds of Capitol
making up
protesters have
24%
been
of the
subjected to
freight
arbitrary
services across
detention,
all
while
modes
Ashley
by
Babbitt, who he
tonnage of
referred to as a non-threatening
$3.1
woman,
trillion
was shot dead point-blank
worth
range
of
by Capitol
agricultural
Police.
products.
Putin
They
argued
also
these
said that
arrests
almost
are a
every
violation
ag
of
freight
basic
trip
human rights.
incorporates at
China has
least one
successfully
truck
launched the
component in
Shenzhou
the trip
12,
from the
its
farm
first
to the
manned
final
mission in 5
destination.
years, to
The
its new
inland
space
waterways
station.
carry large
Shenzhou 12,
volumes
meaning
of bulk
divine
commodities
vessel,
and
lifted off
farm
Thursday
inputs.
from
In
northwest China.
2017,
After entering
barges
orbit, the spaceship
on
conducted a
waterways
rendezvous
carried
and docking with the
532 million
in-orbit
tons
Chinese
of
space
goods
station.
worth
This
$220
is
billion.
USA Radio
The
News.
Mississippi River system is
UFOs
America's
are back in the news,
main
and even the
inland
military
waterways
can't
system.
explain
They
these
can
strange
move in
UFOs
57% of
intercepting
U.S.
our
corn
ships and
exports.
planes. Are they a
All
sign
an
of something
estimated
real,
70% of
dangerous,
U.S. ag
or even
exports
biblical?
and
Now,
60%
Rob
of
Schmidt takes a
imports
look at the
pass
biggest
through the
mystery of our
U.S.
time.
seaports
Rob's
along the
special
way.
series,
They're urging them to
UFOs,
really
Are They
cooperate
Really
and
Here?
help with
Airs all this
infrastructure
week on
update.
Newsmax.
Here's
Tune
farmer
into
and
Rob Schmidt
businessman
tonight
James
on
Wood.
Newsmax.
We farm
Now on
about
all major
3,500
cable
acres.
systems.
There's
It's already
pipelines
the
everywhere.
fourth largest
The
cable
contractor
news
working
channel.
on my
If your cable company doesn't